Hey you guys, so look, we are going to be using shower curtain rings from the Dollar Tree, hopefully, to make a pair of earrings. And so this is a pack of 12. And so a pack of 12 should make 6 pairs of earrings. I don't know, I had this idea because Miriam and I were at, I think it was like a Walmart Express or a Walmart in a small town. And they had some earrings that were really cute, and they were like a what's the color I'm looking for, iridescent. And so she bought them and they were really cute, but they weren't the kind that go all that connect like in the middle. They were the kind that only has half a piece, so the rest of the time it would be hanging off the earlobe. And because I have longer ear holes, I was like, okay, those are going to be too heavy for me, so I didn't buy them because I don't buy any that have like an open back. So if you'll notice, these snap in and out. So I just snapped them in. Let me just show you on this one. Well, let me see if I can do it this way without breaking it. But anyway, when you get them, they're going to snap in place. So I was thinking, wouldn't these make the cutest acrylic earrings? I really want to show you. So let's take this care and do it. Oops. So they're open like that, right? But if you'll look, there's an opening right here. And so they snap into place. Oh, so it snapped in. Oh, there you go. So they snap into place. And I just think, what a cool earring. So you heard that one snap. So these are so super light. They're going to make, look, the cutest earrings. And so you can either leave them clear just like this, or you can paint them. And so I was thinking, well, why don't we paint a couple of pairs? And then what you're gonna need also are some earring findings. Let's turn this over, sorry. Some earring findings, a couple of jump rings. It may or may not matter what size jump rings. I couldn't find a jump ring to match this one before we got on here, but then I remembered I had a new pack of jump rings over here. Oh, here we go. So those don't look the same. Let's see if these look the same size. I can't find that size, which is what I really want, but I think I'd already used up all that pack. It may or may not matter, but let's check and see. And I'm just thinking you can paint all kinds of colors. Now, keeping in mind that this is acrylic, so it may affect how the paint adheres. You're gonna need a pair of pliers. So what I wanna see is just, is this gonna be too small of a jump ring? You're gonna have to open it up really wide. Let's see if we can get it to fit around. No, we're gonna need a wider jump ring. So probably gonna have to go with a gold. Because I do have wide gold ones, I just don't have wide silver ones. So let's see. I feel like I had some somewhere. Let me go check. I found some out there in the garage. These came from Michael's, and this is an 8mm. So I would recommend you get an 8mm or larger. And there's 144 pieces that come in the bag. So again, I'd recommend getting 8mm or larger to make sure they'll go around your jump rings, because I'm having to open this pretty wide, which at some point may distort the ring itself, you know, because you want it to keep its shape. And you want to go ahead and put another jump ring on here. Now this is just me trying to see if it's going to close properly. We still need to paint these. And then we're just gonna see if we can get it closed. So yeah, it closes really well, and then it hangs that way. So because you're gonna want it to hang this way on the ear and have some movement and not be weird, you're going to want to add one more jump ring. Now, you could add a smaller jump ring because we want to keep, in my opinion, I think we want to keep the weight of the earring down because, again, what would be the purpose of using a lightweight acrylic finding if we're going to make it super heavy? So I'm going to get a smaller jump ring. I believe it's smaller. Let's see. This is probably a 6 millimeter. And then you could go ahead and put the hook on. It doesn't matter which way it goes. Close it up. And look how cute. And these are just so cute. So we can go ahead and paint them a couple of different colors and see what we can come up with. But keep in mind, I wonder how it'll hang if I take this one jump ring off, because I want to keep as little weight off of here as possible. I don't want them to be uncomfortable. Let's see. Sorry the TV is so loud in the background. That's my husband back there watching a movie. Let's see how it dangles if I put it just one ring. So that's much lighter. And it still hangs well. So you decide once you make them how it works for you. I'm going to keep that extra ring off there because I don't want the weight of the earring. I have longer ear holes, so I just said that. So let's open it up. Oops. It's like playing Operation. Y'all remember that game? Oh, wait, I still have to put the ring on here. I have to put it closer to me. I apologize so I can see it. Because it's so light, it's hard to see it. I'll hold it over there in a second. But it's just me forcing the ring around the shower curtain. So look. I have it on here. But I need to close it. So give me a second. And shout out to my cousin Brittany in case she gets to see this video. She also is a fellow jewelry designer and craft professional in her own right. So I'm going to share the link to her website once she, her YouTube channel, once she starts uploading her designs and her jewelry that'll be for sale. So, super cutesies. I mean, literally, how many could you make from one pack of shower curtain rings? These are so cute. Caleb, ask your dad to turn the TV down a little bit, please. So it's 12 packs. You can make 6 pairs of earrings, $1.25. And if you divided that $1.25 by 12, I don't have my phone in here to do the math, but super cheap, right? Just to make these earrings. And then you could sell them probably anywhere, depending on your area, for $5 to $10 a pair. I mean, think of the profit that you made from a pack of shower curtain rings. I think it's just genius. It's the Holy Spirit. I don't come up with these ideas on my own. I see stuff and I'm like, oh, what a cute earring that would make. So let's go ahead now and we're gonna paint them and see how they take paint, see what happens. Just gonna move this stuff out of the way. Okay, so again, I could have just gone on and left the findings off, but I didn't. So let's figure out, I think I want to do some black, silver, and gold. I have a gold paint, and then I have a silver paint, but I'm going to go off camera and shape these really well and then come right back. So this is just a regular black. This is called Lamp Ebony Black, and that's by Americana. And then this is the Silver Metallic by Craftsmart. And I got these from Michaels. And then this is the Metallic Gold, Bright Gold, again by Craftsmart. And that came from Michaels as well. So I think what I'd like to do is I also want to leave some of the acrylic shining through. I'm not going to fight with that, so we'll just use the black by Liquitex. But I couldn't get that open and I don't want to fight with it. So let's make sure my brightness is up. There we go. I kept thinking like it's so low. Like it was kind of dark. Okay. So. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to randomly paint. And what's cool is you can hang these on like the end of something or the edge of something so they can dry. And I'm only going to do one coat just in case some of the acrylic does peek through. I think that'll be fine. And these actually look like glass, which is pretty cool. I just think ew, these are just so cool to just sell and make some really cool money off of. I'm like, ooh, what a great idea. So I'm going to hang them on a cup over here beside my station area. I'm just trying to touch up something off camera that I noticed when I went to set them down. Okay, so now let's do this pair. Now this black paint, just so you'll know, the Liquitex, this is also at Michaels. And this is in the professional paint section, or you know where the paint costs a little bit more money, because this is paint that you would use if you were going to paint on like art canvas and stuff like that. So that's what the Liquitex is. So I'll turn it around so you can do a screenshot. And this is their fluid paint. So this is the paint that you can also do that pour technique with if you're into art and pour techniques and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do this pair in a pink. So stay tuned. Okay, so I'm just putting the other pair together. I've already put them around the acrylic ring. And now I'm just adding the hook, and we're gonna make this pair like pinks and blues. And we're gonna just see how the paint adheres to them. Okay. So y'all already know my favorite color if you've been following me for any amount of time. This is the teal mint. I love like a turquoise, anything beachy. So look, this is how, while we're shaking that up, letting itself get it together, look how they turned out. Now you really could leave them just like this. And if you wanted to, if you were concerned about like whether or not the paint was going to chip off or not, we could get some clear nail polish and just do like a clear nail polish coat, or you could maybe spray them if you have any type of acrylic finish or something like that. I think I have some Mod Podge, so I may go over it with Mod Podge just so we can make sure the paint doesn't chip off, but I'm not selling them or anything like that. This got congealed. I don't know what's going on here. I hadn't used this paint in forever. Well, I haven't been painting forever either. And I keep my supplies out in the garage, so that could be why, just coming in from the different temperatures. Okay. And when you make your own jewelry, people will always be asking, where'd you get those from? And you could say, I made it. And or you could keep them with you in the car and say, I sell them. I need to start doing that. When people ask me about my earrings, I need to just have them in the car so I can sell them right then. And then I don't have to necessarily wait until I have time to go live. I was telling my cousin Brittany that she's so sweet. She said I have great time management. But I don't necessarily have the best time management when it comes to creating. But now that my schedule has gotten just a little bit better, I'm able to make time for what matters to me, and that's making jewelry. I love making jewelry. So thank you for saying that, Brittany. So I've tried to be intentional about making time for my creative outlet, because whenever I make jewelry, I'm not sure if this happens for you or not, but whenever I design jewelry or make something, my clarity in thinking and in business is better. Like, it helps me focus in business. It helps me do better in business because I get that outlet and I'm able to express myself creatively. And that helps my mind open up, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And I can focus, because that way I can complete something. I can feed my artistic side of my personality, interact with you all, which I love doing. And because I know everybody doesn't always love what I make, and it's okay. I can take the critique. Because sometimes I don't love what I make either. I mean, I mainly like most of it, but some of it is like, ooh, that could have been better. Right? And so that's why you have fellow artists to keep you in check. I just got a little bit of paint on the jump ring. So I'm going to let that dry. And I can always peel that off after they dry. Okay, so we go clean these brushes so we can paint the splotches and the different designs we want. And I'm just going to be doing, I guess I don't need to go do that. I'm just going to be doing kind of like stripes, like brush strokes to get the color on. Okay. And it doesn't really matter what kind of brush you use, but you do need a brush that kind of will allow you to make wisp type strokes. I don't know where my paint palette is. That's why I'm putting paint kind of down in the cap. And I'll need to rinse it out so my caps don't stick. So I'm going to hold it from this way just so it's easier And if you feel like you get too much, you can just always go back over it with black. Okay, so look. And I don't know, there's a natural hole in here. That's just in the shower curtain ring itself. So these are gonna be really pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and put some silver right there where it seems like there's a gap. But look. So I'm gonna set those over there to dry. Okay. So look how pretty those are. I think they're gonna be gorgeous. So we're gonna let those dry and then I really should have washed that out, but I just don't feel like getting up. I'm trying to keep going through the project and keep it moving. Okay, so now I think what I want to do is like pink and gold on those teal ones, and we're gonna go with a hot pink. So they're technically still drying a little bit. I can tell they have like a matte finish to them now. And because we used acrylic paint that's not as, you know, we used this type of paint, which is more of a craft paint versus a professional paint. So let me go see if I have a professional color, this color, because you'll notice that the difference is, see how that's kind of splotchy, whereas the black one wasn't. Let me see if I have that color and see if we can go over it. If not, we may do 2 coats on the blue pair just to make sure we have like a really pretty cohesive color. Okay, so look, I had a color almost the exact match. And this is Liquitex Basic Acrylic Fluid in bright aqua green. So cool. Now, mind you, you could leave it the acrylic color as well, just the clear, and do a design on the clear. That would be really pretty. But no, not me. It had to go and be extra. Okay. All right, let's let those dry. And then we'll come back to start putting some designs on.